how do you think that trust can be built between the two? I think that's the best way to put it. Like, not saying that it's on one or the other, but between the two, how does that come together?
Yeah. So I think trust is built through relationships. Trust has to be earned, and I know that's cliche, but how can it be earned in short-term contacts? It can't. We need longer term contacts. We need better understanding. We need a place where people can feel like they have a voice within their law enforcement organizations, that they what I say here matters and they're going to do something with that information. And then at the same time, law enforcement needs to have a place where they can have citizens who think that they're legitimate. Legally, law enforcement officers have the right to enforce laws the way that they're written. But when you don't believe that they're doing it correctly, then they lose legitimacy with the community, and they lose this sense of I trust them to do this job because I trust them to do the right thing with this power that they have, with this authority that they have. And that kind of legitimacy the officers have to earn from the community. And once again, they can't do it with short-term contacts. We have to build relationships. We have to find a space where officers can talk to the community, can communicate to them, can educate them on the gaps the things that they don't know about law enforcement, the why behind law enforcement, I like to say, and where the community can say to law enforcement, this is what I want my officer to look like. This is what I want my officer to behave like. This is what's going to make me feel comfortable. This is what's going to make me feel safe. And to find where those two can intersect and to work together, because a lot of that will be heard if we have the right forum to make it work. A lot of that will happen if we start building relationships. When I hear you talk about Officer Tyler, I can hear the sense of trust that you have for him particularly. I know him. I know what I can expect from him, but I don't know what I can expect from the next officer that's not Officer Tyler. I don't know if they're a good person or a bad person. There's this disconnect. But what if you knew more? If you knew a handful of them, the way the human mind works is that it makes sense of the information it has. If I had contacts with 3 police officers in my entire life and all were positive, my mind's going to say police officers are good. If I had 3 contacts with police officers my whole life and they were all bad, or 2 were bad, or even 1 was bad, my mind's going to say I need to be careful around law enforcement. They can't be trusted. So in order to counter this bad thing that's happening, or this bad association, we have to build good ones, and we have to build more good ones. And if we can do that, we'll build trust. The trust will happen. I think that the communities and law enforcement want the same thing. They want lower crime rates. They want it to be safe. They want fair and impartial treatment for people, no matter what their backgrounds are, no matter what they look like. We want the same things. We just don't necessarily know how to get there together. My ideas of how to get there are going to be different than somebody else's, but if we can put our minds together, we can find a way that's actually gonna work and gonna get us there faster.